what this did for my career would be like a Falcon 9 rocket. Yeah, it lit a fuse that still hasn't stopped burning. I would love to think that I would have had opportunities, but not to the level that I got. I mean, I finished this, and within 5 years, I'd built another 10 courses.
Ranking your favorite courses at Bandon has become pretty much a rite of passage. It's, you've been to Bandon. What's your favorite course? What's your least favorite course? Every time I've gone, my ranking has changed. But the one course that has stayed constant and in all of those rankings is Bandon Dunes, and that place that it holds is at the top. The word I keep coming back to on Bandon Dunes is that it's engaging. It's not necessarily that, the scenery is better at Bandon Dunes than Pacific Dunes, or that the shot value is better at Bandon than it is at Trails. It's not that it's the easiest, it's not that it's the hardest, it's just the sum of its parts makes it my favorite. And the inland holes have so much nuance to them. I feel like some of the other courses there may lose a bit of steam when they come inland, but Bandon, I feel like the more you play it, the more reps you get, the more opportunities you get to be in the wrong spot, and you learn the nuance of the hole. It's like glowing brain stuff for me. Every time I play it, I just walk away with more and more appreciation for how active my brain was for the last 4.5 hours. Bandon has both the blessing and the curse of being, of course, the first course at Bandon Dunes. There wasn't a precedent when David McLay-Kidd set out to design this golf course. He would definitely tell you that, whoever gets to go second, gets to go third has a tremendous advantage.
I came here with my father, Jimmy Kidd, in July of 1994, and we met Shorty Dow, the old caretaker of the land, and he wandered us through all of the land that Mike had bought, something like 1,600 acres. The Bandon Dunes sits on 250, to give you an idea. So there's enough space for 10 golf courses even back then. And I wandered around for a whole week and tried to figure out where the first course could go. I figured that I wasn't going to get hired. He was paying for me to be here that week. So I figured if nothing else, I would go home head held high. I'd gotten a trip out to the US and been paid for it. So what the hell have I got to lose? So I told him, if you want to build a true links course, you can't put the clubhouse out on the ocean. You got to make them walk. And there's no golf carts, and the fairways won't be flat. In fact, the golf won't even be fair. So that's true links golf. It's this exploration. It's this, the rub of the green. I mean, it's all of the things that you read. And Mike, strangely enough, was willing to walk the walk. He said, yeah, let's do that.
So I was in the Normatec boots last night. Everybody else had gone to sleep, and the kid was vibing, popped out like this. And that plug right there was like this, like that. And it was, boom, impaled myself through the sock. It looked like in my bathroom this morning, somebody had chopped off my leg. It was bleeding pretty good. But I did fashion, I think I would have been a good homesteader, because you should have seen this tourniquet I fashioned. I put this towel around, took this belt, and just...
Can you walk?
What I'm hoping, without shoes on, not really. What I'm hoping is that I can bandage it up and pad it up, and then I'm probably gonna wear tennis shoes. And, hopefully we can just try to, it's a major today. We gotta play.
This feels a lot like Dustin Johnson back injury when he was at the Masters that year.
I swear I wasn't running anyone in and out of this back door. I promise you guys that. When I stepped on that last night, I was like, I'm fucked. Immediately, I knew that it was that broke the skin. It was so painful. I hate that. Sucks, dude. Total freak accident. No one's fault. Nothing you can do about it.
We're gonna get you some We're gonna clean that wound out. We're gonna bandage it up real good.
Bro, we gonna get that LZ.
Yeah, we're gonna get you home.
So potential Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan situation here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying,
that plug was strategically placed.
but I'm just saying.
How are you feeling?
I'm in my happy place, my favorite course here. We've had a lot of days of sun. This is the first day we've got of just like the mist that rolls into Bandon, and it's just spiritual. It's quiet here right now. I can hear Randy's heart thumping as he's so anxious to get going. Go have fun, bud.
Hey, Randy, take care of him out there, man.
I'm about to get locked in. This might be my flu game.
The wounded animal is oftentimes the most dangerous, so he's a fighter. I look for big things.
I'm just gonna ask you point blank.
Yeah.
Totally point blank. I got to do my job. Did you put the plug there?
I understand why you got it in sandwich. Okay, I understand that. The part that people maybe haven't realized yet was actually there were multiple traps set up throughout the one that I wasn't expecting him to hit. I thought I cleaned up my whole mess, and that's just a casualty of the podcast life, I guess. But
It's truly the rubber green.
we had the unbelievable opportunity to play Bandon Dunes the day after the U.S. Amateur final 36-hole match. So the course was a little different color than the rest of them. You could tell they were making this one a little firmer. The greens were absolutely pristine. We got to play the pins from the Sunday match of the U.S. Amateur. It was kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see a golf course that was set up for the highest level of amateur golf in the country. It's a major championship.
It's a major championship. Talk to me about your position.
Not good. I'm in fourth. Haven't played great. I don't deserve to be any better than that. We're not worried about it too much. I've somewhat resigned. I'm trying to get out of that 4 spot. The fact that he's dialing back and hitting that shot very often is
It's concerning.
send some prayers up for the rest of us.
Exactly.
Handicap is down. Solid.
What is it now?
6.1.
So that makes my quota 29.
How do you feel about that?
I feel good. I feel like I'm hitting it great. It's hard to go low 2 days in a row, but we had an off day.
We scheduled an off day in the trip for various reasons. One, we had to do a lot of interviews, which have obviously been critical to this season. We haven't really highlighted in this season. I think it speaks to all of the offerings that Bandon has, that they have a Jim Urbina designed punch bowl green that is just incredibly fun to go grab a drink, putt around to different holes, play over and over and over again, meet people. And then, of course, we have the Bandon Preserve, the Corin Crenshaw 13-hole par 3 course that is a great tack on to the end of any day. And even on a day that you're considering a rest day, it is definitely worth heading out and just hitting some golf shots.
It's a celebration, bitch.
Hell yeah! Would I count it? No, I wouldn't. It doesn't count. It's a complete asterisk. It's like a metal bat home run or something like that.
A hole-in-one happens when you are writing scores down on a card. A hole-in-one on a par 3 course is not a hole-in-one. And I can say that now that I've had one. Listen, was it fun to hole out from 65 yards with your buddies there with a few drinks and the cameras rolling? Of course. If you can't tell by the reaction, I was having a great time with that. It's not officially a hole-in-one, and I will die on this hill.
You've got squid today. I mean,
I didn't know that.
He's been like a 4-stroke. It's like a 4-stroke advantage.
Oh my God, that is a
Strokes gained squid is fucking off the
I
charts.
wasn't even counting on that.
This course is right in front of you. I mean, I know this is kind of one of those courses for Sully that's a little, you feel like you should play well here, and it doesn't happen for some reason, but
I think if you don't respect it,
yes.
that's when you get punched in the face.
Agreed.
If you come in with the proper respect, you can chart yourself around it and take it somewhere. But if you come in thinking, I got this shit, I'm taking it deep, I'm riding around, I'm getting it, it punches you in the dick.
Right, absolutely.
Like a lot of the courses at the resort, Bandon Dunes starts modestly, but it hits you right in the face with what you are about to encounter over the next 4.5 hours, which is wide fairways, but that doesn't mean easy.
Get over that. Oh, God. All right.
Go hard.
Go. Go.
Just trying for the up and down of the century out of the bunker.
Great up there.
Weighty to cover. Okay.
Excellent. Good ball.
How about that golf shot, brother?
Yes! Pancake. Ready.
Let's go, baby. Jumbo. Supersize me, Randy. Scoring update, heading to 4T. I got 11 points on the quota. That's an 8-pointer right there.
That will help.
That helps.
That's
That's the kind of cushion we need.
The fourth hole is one of my favorite holes in all of golf. The arrival at the ocean is as dramatic as anything I've ever seen. You can't really even see it from the tee, and it doesn't even require a driver off the tee, you know, when the wind is helping. And it's just kind of amazing to me that it is still concealed from the tee, yet as soon as you get in the fairway, you get one of the most dramatic reveals in all of golf. The approach shot into 4 is exactly what I'm referring to when I say engaging. And with a prevailing north wind coming out of your right, you can play out to the right, the safe part, and watch the wind take your shot closer and closer to a left hole location. I think some of the most fun shots in golf are when you have an iron or even a wedge in hand and you are not aiming at the flag. You are trusting natural elements, whether that be contours, whether that be wind. You are not aiming at the flag, but you have other options available to help you get at the flag. And that is exactly what you get with the approach into the 4th green.
Ronald. Great shot.
You then turn north. The 5th hole plays difficult into this prevailing wind, but again, the fairway is wide. There are not even centerline bunkers. They're just centerline little mounds that aren't really even in play, but they just intimidate you. The hole really bottles as you get up close to the green and you set back into this kind of quiet little space, again, away from the ocean. It just hits so many different senses. It's not just hard, it's challenging, and I think that there is such a difference between the two.
Yeah. Yes. Good swing, Pete.
Great swing, bud.
Been dreading that tee shot for 6 months.
Why is that?
Because this hole freaks me the fuck out. It looks like there's nowhere to hit it because you got that one mound that is like 190 to cover, 180 to cover. Doesn't impact anything. The fairway is massively wide, but it is like honestly probably the best example I've ever seen in my life of just like visual intimidation. I've been thinking about it for 6 months since we planned this trip.
No. Left side is easy to putt from. Right, yeah. Like that plateau, he'll be on the flag, right edge of that.
Cut.
Could be good.
Be good. That hold?
What? I don't know.
That bounced pretty high.
Big bounce. Come on.
Great putt.
We need to get some points, man.
6-hole warm up here.
Love that.
1 point so far.
Kind of a slow start for the boys.
Not a lot of points, but dude, it's like
Hang on.
you have to just plot yourself around. You can't like go pin hunting out here. I got greedy on number 3, par 5, made double. Like, it happens very quickly. Great opportunity to like just hit greens and 2-putt. That's not very good for our quota game. It's not that fun, but I truly think it's the only way to play this golf course right now. It is firm. After you leave the scenic par 3 6th, you head inland, and some people might think that the course kind of loses steam as you come inland, but it's the repetitive visits that have made me realize that the inland holes at Bandon are especially engaging, and they're what really helps boost this course for me. And take the 7th hole as an example. It is one of the widest fairways you will ever encounter in your entire life. It might not stress you too much. You know, the fairway's wide. Why does it matter? And you can get up to a ball on that right side and realize, oh no, there is a huge hollow short right of this green that I now have to carry. Man, I wish I was down the left side of this fairway.
The Strat Boys are kind of the wilderness right now. You go eagle, triple, double. That's a tough one to swallow, but it's all about points. We're gonna manufacture some points. All right. Thank you.
Points.
Stop the bleeding. Apply the tourniquet. Come on, Randy. We're gonna get a stretch up here, bud. You gotta keep playing. Come on, bud. I love you.
It's that kind of thought process. You're gonna find your ball. It's gonna be in the fairway. It's gonna be there. You can hit it on the green, but you're not gonna love the angle. That is what I love about Bandon Dunes.
Randy. Boy, let's go. Come on. Come on, man. Love it. Snipping it out.
We need to get it to about like right in here.
We didn't like that? Great putt.
Yeah! Woo! Just a couple of truffle picks. Let's go. It's a fucking money round, Randy. Yeah!
How you do, bud?
That's fun. Let's go. God, that's fun.
Great stroke. All right, they're going to start going in now.
What?
The boys are vibing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good shot.
Foot update. It's sore, but you know it's not bug. I'm not like it's just a dull pain. Hopefully, when we take the bandage off, I don't have gangrene or anything like that. That'd be tough. Spooky day out there. You know, getting a taste of Bandon when it's you know, when the fog rolls in. It's Hounds of Baskerville vibe, which I dig.
Oh, that's one of these Bandon energy balls everybody's talking about.
There he goes, the Randy Protein balls.
Similar to the fourth hole, the 12th hole does not take up a lot of real estate along this cliff. You're playing almost the same shot that you're hitting from that fourth hole. So if you mess that one up, you get another opportunity.
The first hole I built was number 12.
I was in the greeting card business at the time, and the press release was a big thing announcing Bandon Dunes. Josh wanted to do a big editorial, 2-3 pages worth, and I said, you know, I think what people pay attention to are pictures. So we did hole number 12 first. We jumped and put in irrigation and irrigated it, and it was ready 9 months before the rest of the course. And it made for great photos, which we put on a greeting card, and the copy was simply, for further information, call Josh Lesnick. That led to the Golf Week cover story.
Great shot, man.
Thank you.
Five holes to play.
5 holes left. I'm minus 11. DJ's minus 10. Tron minus 12.
Okay.
Apparently Neil's only minus 8. Was minus 8 through 13. So.
Randy was minus 13.
Minus 13.
Another inland hole that I find especially brilliant is the 14th hole. It is a sweeping dogleg to the right. The green sits beautifully right up against this dune. You could play this hole so many different ways. You can pound driver and just hope it misses a bunker. You can purposely play up the left. You can purposely blow it right. There is a countless number of ways to play the hole, and it's a tremendous, tremendous match play hole.
Hey! DJ with a little different look here on the second on 15.
Ah, that's close.
Sixteen again is following this theme of these seaside holes being so unique. What other golf hole have you played that looks like this one? In the summer, it plays dead downwind. You kind of think that might be easier, but it's also not. It's really hard to stop any kind of tee shot that's heading towards that green. You can play as far left as you want, but hey, now you're playing an uphill shot directly at the ocean with no green behind you if you're left of the green. It's a creative golf hole that encourages creativity. How much fun is that?
Here at the Drivable 16th. I don't know, I haven't looked yet. I'm trying to be dramatic.
Maybe not the best place to go flag hunting?
How about TC taking on the flag as a lefty?
TC's right here. Nice shot.
Wait for it. Just drawn for a real life eagle on 16 at Bandon Dunes. Tough play.
I'll say this is one of the three best benches on property.
-8, DJ -7, Tron -9. 2 holes to play.
Oof.
17, another unique golf hole. I can't think of another one that looks like it, with a cliff drop off into a ravine on the right. That ravine cuts in front of the green. You can play further left to kind of create a little bit of an advantage, but you're playing out of the rough. It's a beautiful, beautiful green site. You have views of the preserve. You still have views of the ocean. You look back, you see that tree up there on that 17th tee, the tree that everyone takes a picture of.
Final hole of Bandon has come way too quickly. I'm -6, DJ -6, Tron -9. It's a midfield battle. Have to assume Icarito's steering into the house. Very weird thing to say, to assume. We're living in a different era. was 2-iron, 236.
That was lovely.
I was aiming way over at this chimney, dead blocked it right at the flag. Like, not even close to line. I was trying to hit it, somehow held up, somehow landed soft, and that was the first thing I think I hung up right. Basically in 5 days. So
This is major.
that was major. That was major.
Believe it or not, 17 there was a lot of debate. So much debate, in fact, that Mike called me from Chicago and made me stop. Someone sent Mike a photograph of 17 and didn't like it. He had the very abrupt fall off. In order to support that, to stop it eroding away, I dug a ditch and I buried railroad ties. Well, someone saw me putting those in and sent Mike a picture of these 8-foot tall railroad ties all the way along the inside edge of 17. And Mike didn't know if he didn't understand I was going to bury them. And he flew out and he walked out there and I explained it to him. And in 2 seconds, he's like, "So you're telling me that I just held you guys up for 10 days over this?" I shrugged, said no more. He said, "Yeah, carry on."